Hello, and thank you for listening to Spill the Tea Tuesday. I'm Kendra, and with me today I have Masay.
Hello.
So, the question for today was have you ever had to deal with a bug getting into the treatment room? How about you, Masay?
I have not, but I know
No,
you have.
never ever. Yes, I have.
No, I don't want to.
So, I think the first one that I can remember that was like kind of like traumatic
Hmm.
was I was in a facial and I was working in a very big luxury spa at the time. And there was just this big spider and it crawled. It had to have hit the sheets somewhere. I don't know if it came from the ceiling or whatever, but the sheets weren't like hanging on the floor or anything where anything could crawl up it.
Hmm.
So I don't know where this thing came from. Maybe it came from her bag,
Came down from a web.
came down from a web somewhere, came from the ceiling. I don't know. But I just see it kind of come up over the legs, over where the feet were. And
Hmm.
I'm still hands on. I'm like in the middle of massage where you can't like disconnect.
Yeah.
So I'm in the massage and I'm just staring at this spider. And I feel like the spider's staring at me. Like, where am I going to go? Where is it going to go? Like,
Hmm.
we're just at a standoff. And I'm still going. I'm still doing my massage. And then it starts crawling upward and upward. And it's just coming at me. You guys can't see me, but I'm wiggling my fingers like coming at me. So the spider comes up at me, and I just remember trying to like swoosh it like with my hand. Like I'm still massaging with one hand, and then I kind of like bitch slap it with the other hand to like get it off the
Yeah.
table because it was like the size of at least a dime, and that to me is a big ass spider. I'm sure there's other spiders around the world that are like the size of baseballs and stuff, but
Hmm.
this was a big spider to me. And I'm not, I mean, I'm okay with spiders. There's other bugs that like freak me out more. We'll get there.
Yeah.
So many. But yeah, I'm still not a fan of spiders.
Hmm.
I mean, I won't try to like catch and release a spider.
Mm.
I'll still just like
Really?
yes. Do you try to catch them?
I do, yeah.
Oh, well now that makes me feel bad.
There's worse bugs, and yeah.
How do you catch and release a spider?
I just use like the same, like a piece of, like a cup, and like put a little paper underneath.
Slide it, trap it.
Yeah, and then I just put it outside.
There was this one time, Bo and I, he lived out by Mountain's Edge, which
Yeah.
for anybody who doesn't know Mountain's Edge in Vegas, it's like when it first started, it was just like building into the mountains, so it was
Mm.
just like all desert. And he would get wolf spiders
Oh
all
yeah.
the time. Those things are ugly. They look like, what's that movie with the Terminator? What's his face? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hmm.
So the movie, is it the Terminator? No, not Terminator. What's the one when he's in like the jungle and stuff? He's like
No
the
idea.
Predator.
Oh.
Predator. Yeah. I had to
It's like,
think
huh?
about it for a second. Jeez, I need to like rebuff my movies. No, the Predator. Those little wolf spiders, they look like a predator. Like they
Oh.
got like the multiple eye thing going on, and they have like the mouth that opens like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. It like freaks me out. So, and they're big.
Yeah.
Some of them can be big. There's one time we were out at his house, and we liked to go like sit on the back porch or the balcony and have like dinner together and stuff. Wasn't that nice? It was dating years. Yeah, we don't do that shit anymore. Sometimes. Anyways, so we go out and we see this spider, and it looks like thick. Like I'm like, oh, she's thick.
Hmm.
And we look a little closer, and it has babies all over its
Ew.
back. So he tries to like trap it with like a
Yeah.
container. And when he did that, it like released all the babies.
Ew.
And it was like hundreds.
Charlotte's Web when they're
Yes,
swinging everywhere.
yes. It wasn't even like a couple of them or whatever. Like, and then he
Mm-mm.
goes and gets WD-40
Oh.
and with the little, has the little straw on it.
Yeah.
And he like tries to lift it just enough to like spray the WD-40 under there because apparently it will like stun them and they'll
They're
die.
coming out.
They all just start swarming out. They go up his hand.
Mhm.
He's like, ah, and Bo hates spiders. So he's freaking out. I'm like, ugh. I'm stepping back like,
Uh-huh.
He's freaking out. And I'm like, I'm not helping you. I'm not touching you. They're going to get on me. No thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah, gross spiders. Nasty.
Yeah, no.
You've never had one in the treatment room.
No.
I had somebody not too long ago, yeah, knock on wood. I had somebody not too long ago like look up at the ceiling and he's like, "You got Charlotte up there." And I was like, "What?" And I'm like thinking we get this place sprayed every month now and all this stuff and I'm not seeing it, you know? And the building itself, they spray, well, they're supposed to spray like once a month on the perimeter, like outside. And so I'm looking and looking. Every time I'm like laying down a strip on this guy, my eyes keep darting up to like where he was pointing to see if it's like moved at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it hadn't moved. So I'm like, I don't know if that's really a spider. And he's like, no, yeah, that's a spider. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, but I'm going to check. So we're done with the wax. I go grab a broom and I come in and I go to like scrape it. And if you go in there, you see it's just a little black mark.
Oh.
It's not even, it looks like maybe the previous tenant like tried to like screw something into the metal part and then pull it out.
Oh.
It's like just like a little dark spot. So I was like, oh no, it's not, you know, but he wasn't there. And so he left thinking we had a spider in our room.
He's just staring at it the whole
Yeah,
wax.
he was just like eyes wide, just looking at the same spot. And then I kept darting up my eyes up there because I was like, oh, you know, but it wasn't. Now, the worst scenario was in our place now, we had a huge like infestation of pigeons like on the roof. So there was pigeon poo, there's pigeon feathers. Our HVAC system was sucking in the feathers from the roof and blowing them into our workspace. Long story short, how many months did that take for me to argue that?
A lot.
It's been almost a year,
Yeah.
I feel like. Yeah. So it was, I want to say a good 10 months that I was on our property manager's case, like every day, sending videos of feathers, sending pictures. You see me walking around.
I send them to you.
Yep. I'm like, if you see any feathers, send them to me right away. So we were sending in feather pictures. Like we would deep clean the shop because we deep clean every night, or not like deep, but we clean everything and disinfect everything and sanitize everything every night. And we came in the morning and there'd be freaking feathers on our equipment and on the tables. And for those of you who are our clients who are listening, you know exactly what we were going through because we were bitching about it like every day. So during that time, I remember, I think Stephanie was working with me that day. Yes. I was standing in the lobby and our girl Stephanie was working the front desk and we heard like a tinker tacker and then just this big cockroach came down from the air vent onto our front lobby window. And luckily we didn't have a client in the lobby at the time. The client was actually in the restroom and I was like, I'm like, is that from outside? Like I'm looking at it and she goes, it just came from the vent, Kendra. I'm like, I was really in my head, like hoping that it was not inside. So I run and I grab the broom and I take some wax at it and it like lifts and lands because it has wings and it's a good like 2.5 inches long. I know Miss is shaking her head at me like cockroaches are not her thing.
I hate them.
I hate cockroaches.
I'd be useless in that situation.
Are you fight or flight?
Flight.
Or freeze?
Both. I'll freeze for a second.
Like,
I gotta go.
And then go swinging.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. So I remember just like swatting at this thing. And then I swept it up and threw it outside. Threw it in the rocks. And then my client comes out. We check him out. Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't want people freaking out that there's like cockroaches in here because we keep a very clean environment. And fast forward, it was that whole week was just a nightmare.
It was horrible. I got attacked on the toilet. I was sitting down, like just minding my business, and I saw something move out of like the corner of my eye. And in my mind, I was like, "It better not be one," because it always happens when I'm in the bathroom. I have trauma with cockroaches, and I looked
at home in the bathroom.
Yes, I looked. And it like starts running towards me. My pants are down. So like, and then Kayla's up at front desk. So all she heard was me be like, ah! And I like got up and I was like throwing the like the toilet brush cleaner. I was gonna like trap it underneath and I couldn't. So I was like on the floor, plungers on the floor, everything's on the floor.
Were your pants up or down at this
Both.
point?
I was like, they were
You're
down.
like penguin waddling.
Yeah, my feet were like stomping on the floor. I was like trying to get up, like, wiped really quick, got up. Oh my gosh. And then I like swung open the door and I was like, and Kayla got up. She's like, are you okay? I was like, no.
It was like coincidental that when all that was happening, I had actually texted Kayla and was like, let me know if you guys see any bugs whatsoever. Because we were like on it. We were like on it, like white on rice. And Kayla had texted me. She's like, I think Miss A's stuck in the bathroom. Because at that time, we were still having lock issues, too. Oh, my gosh. We've come a long way. And I said, okay. I said, there's a screwdriver in the top drawer. She can unscrew the handle and she can get out. And she goes, oh, no. She's like, I think there was a bug in the bathroom. And then what did she say? It made me laugh so hard. Oh, she said she had heard you in the back say, like, not today, or something like that.
Shit. You're like, something like that. I don't remember.
She was like, I went in, helped her. She's like, there was a bug in the bathroom and we found it, and I killed it and it's fine. So Kayla saved the day on that one. Shout out to Kayla. She saved the day. Mm-hmm. But the one that takes the cake.
Yeah.
You already know.
I do.
The one that takes the cake is I was in a facial and client's asleep and we're being super extra mindful of the sheets hitting the floors or anything like that because we had now had 2 incidences of seeing these cockroaches. And mind you, during this 1 week period, I had an AC company come out and tell me that the bird issue is cause problem for the feathers blowing into the space. And then I had 2 different bug companies come out and give me quotes, and they told me that the cockroaches are the type of cockroach that I had taken a picture of that we killed and swept out in the front rocks. They said that type of cockroach likes to eat feces and urine and things like that from the birds. So it was all kind of related to the birds, and I'd been on top of it. And I mean, there's a lot of other tenants in this building that have had the same issues, maybe not as bad as we did, but I was just like, no, we're not going to have this problem. Not here, not where it's supposed to be clean, where people are, getting half naked at times, fully naked at times for their appointment. Like, you just can't have that. You just can't have that in a business, period. So I was making a very strong point to like cause hell and wreak havoc for the property manager to get it done. So anyway, so this whole week was hell. I had all these people coming in, all this stuff. I had come in, I sprayed our own stuff, and I know they spray on the outside, but I'm like, what else can we do? So I was just doing everything that we could. I hired a pest control company. They started spraying professionally inside as well, and I don't think it's even really needed now that they took care of the whole pigeon issue up on the roof. But and now they've resurfaced the roof and everything, thank God. But yeah, it was just a hot mess. So I'm in this facial, and there is nowhere to like get in. We don't have windows in our treatment rooms. It's just the door and that's it. So I'm at my facial and I see something scurry from like my bottom right, and I see it on the floor. And it's just like Massey, it was like charging at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And again, I'm stuck in massage. Like they always they're like, oh, let's go now because she's got that massage. Right. Let's get her right now. So it's coming at me, and it gets close enough where I can reach it with my foot. Mm-hmm. And I don't leave contact with the client, and I stomp down on it like a quick one, like a tap, right? And it has wings. It jumps underneath, or not jumps, but it flies underneath my facial cart, and I hear like the ting, ting, ting. Ew. And I'm just freaked out. And I'm just staring. My hands are still doing their thing, but I'm just staring down at the cart like, is it going to come out? Is it angry at me now? What's it going to do? So we get to the extraction part of the facial. I have her eyes covered, and I'm doing like the extraction. So I turn on the mag light. I turn on the whole room lights. I turn on everything up like from dim to like super bright. And I'm like looking everywhere. I'm like, this is my chance to find this thing. I don't see it. anywhere. I don't see it under the cart. I don't see it like behind the dresser, like the workstation. I don't see it anywhere. And I'm just like thinking, oh my gosh, like, let me just get through this facial.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this person out of here and I'll tear everything apart, you know?
Right.
And luckily, the client is finished with her facial. She comes up to the front. I'm by myself this day. So the door's locked. I unlock the door and my next client comes in. So now I have the one coming out of the room and I have a client waiting in the lobby. And I'm at the front desk and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I need to get in this room and like strip the table and like look everywhere and like find this thing because I can't go about my day with knowing that there's this bug in the room. So I sit down to check her out and I feel like little legs go up my ankle, like dee 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 dee. Ooh! I shake my foot. Mind you, there's still a person in front of me checking out, and there's a person sitting in the lobby. I shake my leg, and out falls this 2.5-inch cockroach. And Nia's in the other room. She said, mm-mm. Mm-mm. The goosebumps started at my toenails and like went all the way up to my scalp. And I was like, all I knew what to do is just like cover it. So I just put my weight into it and I finished checking her out. I have no idea how I like maintain composure. Horrible. This is like he attacked me in my nightmares, Miss A.
Yeah.
Like for days after this.
Me too.
You're like, I can't sit on the toilet the same anymore.
Every time.
So I finish checking her out. I say, hi, have a good day, la, la, la. Mm-hmm. She leaves. And then before telling my next client, like, I'll be right with you, I stand up and like lean my weight into my foot and I hear like the So I know it's like dead zo, right? So I kind of like leave it under the front desk, and for those who haven't been in here, the front desk is like closed in the front, so you can't see under it. I'm like, thank God it's hidden. And so I tell her, I'm like, I'm going to go clean up. I'll be right back. So I go clean up the room. I'm thinking, was that a different one that was under the front desk?
Oh.
Or was it the same one from the room and it was on me this whole time?
Probably.
Well, I never found a second one anywhere, so I'm assuming it's the one that was in the room.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I made him angry, and he's just like, I'm just going to hang out here on this,
like,
yeah, I'm just going to hold on to these pants until she's sitting down and she thinks she's safe.
Oh.
So that was like the worst. And then, as I had mentioned earlier, we had bug guys in here, like the roof people, the AC people, all the things. So luckily that was like that was my encounter, your encounter. We had like the one on the window and that was it. Like those were like the 3 that we had, like, and that was it. Thank God. I'm like, could we never, ever, ever, ever have to deal with bugs again? That would be great.
Never.
But update though, roof has been fixed. We haven't had any feathers in the shop, which is great. The management finally took care of business. So like there's no feces and urine of the birds like up on the roof anymore. So that's awesome. We haven't had any issues. We have a bug guy. Like I continue to have them spray on the inside anyway, because I'm just like, like I don't trust the building, like, like to have it all sprayed and everything. Like I see them walk by spraying. I feel like it's so done, like, half-ass that I'm just like, oh no, like we need to spray in here. And I was spraying personally, just like with the, stuff you find at Home Depot or whatever. I was spraying with that anyway once a month, but I'm like, we'll just keep it professional strength. Yeah. Like after that, I don't ever want to like go through any of that again. But yeah, we're known for having a really clean shop. Yeah. We're like, and we keep everything super sanitized, super clean. Like when you walk in, it feels clean, but it doesn't feel like, it feels clean and sterile, but it doesn't feel like doctor's office. It still feels homey and warm. Yeah. But oh my gosh, that was a horrible, horrible experience. I'm so glad that that's done with.
Me too. I still have trauma. Like I'll look and I'm like, did I see something when I was sitting down?
It's like the cockroach ghost.
Yeah.
It's like the peripheral. Uh-huh. Yeah. And you're like, oh, what was it? Oh my gosh. Well, that's it for Spill the Tea Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be here next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have questions for us to answer, Follow us on our Facebook page at Eden_WSB. Leave us that question in our comment section, and we'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.